given everything that I said yesterday, I cannot believe that I have to ask this question. But why do you guys think conflict is a good thing?
You know, conflict is beneficial because it brings up a lot of different viewpoints that you may not consider. If you think about the issue of living in an echo chamber, if you only hear one side of the argument, you may not learn more and have a wider view of things. So conflict helps increase your perspective on a given topic, which I think is beneficial. You either learn more about the topic, switch sides, or learn more nuances as to why your side is in the right and why it's good for you to stick with it. So I think it helps expand your horizons.
Another point I would say is by having conflict, you're voicing out things that are problematic to you, and it can even be as simple as like having a boundary, creating a boundary, and that's your way of resolving conflicts. You're saying the conflict there is that like they have crossed a boundary, and then you create a boundary because this is something that you're not okay with. And another thing is like just being able to learn things about yourself through conflicts. You're able to voice out your opinions. You won't really become emotionally unavailable, and those things really help. And sometimes when you do have conflicts, you have conflicts over like very stupid things. We are human, and at that point somebody has to tell you, yes, that's a very stupid thing to do.
Yeah, have
Like
you
have
seen
a fight
people
about.
argue about Manchester United versus Chelsea?
Moving on. That's why like conflicts are very important.
Man, I miss the old days when conflict meant that you had to raise up an army and go take out the other guy, and might was right. But now, there are all these rules and democracy, and if you disagree with someone, you talk about it. And, John F. Kennedy famously said, if you make peaceful revolution impossible, you make violent revolution inevitable. So dissent is the safety valve of democracy and all that. And I think that works at a micro level as well. So even if you don't resolve the conflict, there is good in airing it out, having everyone know where everyone stands, and there's value in learning other perspectives, even if you cannot bring yourself to agree at this point. Sometimes you can agree to disagree and figure out a solution at a later stage when circumstances have evolved. But yeah, I guess I'll concede that there's value in conflict.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think in relationships or that you have with friends, family, partners, whoever, when there's bound to be things that you dislike because there's no way that someone is just peachy keen, angel like, nothing's ever wrong with them. Like there are going to be issues that come up. And by addressing those conflicts, you kind of learn how to advocate for yourself to some extent and voice your opinion, which is definitely important, as actually mentioned before. And additionally, it's important to know that you have to talk about them in a way that isn't that you're picking up a fight, right? You shouldn't be sitting, legs crossed, arms crossed, looking down, really mad when the other person walks into the room. And you're just glaring at them silently, and they'll ask you what's wrong, and you're like, "Oh, nothing." Like, don't be passive aggressive. Like, there's ways to address conflict and do it well, so it's not a problem.
With all due
Whoa, what are
respect,
these
Ilakkiya,
ways you talk about?
give me a
There's
minute.
so
With
many.
all
It
due
requires a whole other video.
Okay, see you tomorrow then.
See you then.
Oh, you're still here? Well, thanks for getting to the end of the video. Hey, while you're still here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get new updates when we post videos. Also, make sure to check out these equally exciting videos as well. Have you pressed it yet? Come on, you have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, press it now!